Hey ladies and gents, it's SpoonyPizzas here with another eFootball 2022. We are going to look at Season 2 today, and I'm going to give you my first impressions of the gameplay and what's going on here. So the first thing that's most noticeable is obviously the background has changed ever so slightly. It looks like a slightly darker blue. I could be wrong. But one of the things I would like to change is like over here, like this is, the authentic team is nice and dark blue. I think that looks really well on the background, but this purple isn't working for me. So sometimes perhaps they need to change in the future, but let's dive straight in. So what's new about Season 2? So obviously it looks like we've got some season packs. This is literally, I've just turned the game on, so I'm not exactly sure what's available right now. So I'm just literally going to be going through this with you guys, and it looks like we have got a pack opening possibly here. So European clubs, it looks like we've got like one free roll. So I'm just going to absolutely do that while we're here. Let's see who's available in this pack. Benzema would be nice. Forlan, you know, being a United fan, that obviously interests me. But quite a few players in here. So chances are we're not going to get anyone half decent. We'll probably like a 2 or 3 stars. So one of the things I want to mention actually is with the last update 1.1.0 is that with the gameplay, I found that when I did my review, it felt better, right? Everything felt better. And being a United fan, that's not a good player for me. Having a Liverpool player for a United fan is not good. So yeah, sorry, I was digressing there. So one of the things I was going to say is with version 1.1.0, I did the review of the gameplay and it felt better. Everything felt better. Everything was a little bit tighter, but the servers went live and then the gameplay was awful. The player switching was going crazy. The players were less responsive. It felt really, really sluggish. Players weren't responding to input commands. I don't know, it was just way off the mark for me in my opinion. But when I did my review before the servers went live, when it updated with 1.1, it felt better. So I don't know if they included a patch or something. It's happened once before with PES 21. So I just wanted to like bring that up because you may have saw my review and thought, God, what's Spoony on about? He's like said this game's improved, but you know, I know there's a lot of noise going, oh, it's got worse. And yeah, like when the servers went live, I was like, oh my God, this is actually pretty bad. And I haven't played eFootball 2022 for a good few days. Yeah, so we've got premium objectives up here, introducing a special series of 11 players plus training item packs under premium objectives. Lionel Messi will be gracing the pitch as a legendary player, including 10 other players with a possession team style, efficiency of 80, blah blah blah. Okay, sounds good. But how much to purchase it? Not enough coins. Doesn't say how much to purchase it. That's good. Oh, there we go. 2,000 coins. Wow. 2,000 coins for Lionel Messi, 2,000 for Neymar. I think what I'll do is let my son decide who I pick. That'd be quite amusing. But a bunch of other clubs over here. Each of these is 2,000 coins. 1,500 for Arsenal fans and Roma fans. Telltale. It's obviously probably the 1,500 for Man City. Do you get the whole team? You earn them by playing the game, I guess. That's mad. That's literally mad. I mean, City's probably got the best players in my opinion for the game in terms of what they can do. Barcelona over here as well. So what's this over here? Value available for purchase. What the hell's that? So I spend 500 coins and okay, I get Pulisic, and you can earn up to 110,000 GP for 500 gold coins. What's this one over here? For 1,000 you get up to 140,000 GP and 76,000 experience. So no, I'm not going to be paying money for those. I'm sorry. Is there anything else up here that I'm missing? European clubs, obviously Liverpool are here now, and this is a Salah goal against Man City, right? Worldwide clubs, events. I bet it's the same event that we saw last season, to be honest. There we go. Aim for 1+ points, aim for 3+ points, 5+ points. Oh, wow. I think they need to be a bit more creative with these challenges, to be honest, and events. Okay, so we're going to be playing a match against Arsenal as Barcelona. And one of the first things I've noticed actually is the game plan menu, or the background, is much darker. It's a much darker blue. I think that's much more pleasing on the eye. I still find the actual overall gameplay menu still a little bit clunky. I think the vertical option was much better in obviously PES 21, but it looks much more pleasing on the eye now. It's a bit darker and they've gone away from that sort of light blue. This is going to be my first impressions of the gameplay. Not played this before, so we'll just have to see how things feel. Get a few passes going. Here's Alba. This is on superstar difficulty. There is no legend difficulty available when you just do an authentic match, which is what I went for. I like to do offline gameplay because then it gives you an idea of how the game's flowing. Like I said, with online, you don't know about the lag and all the rest of it, so Just get a good feel for it here. Passing feels very, very crisp tonight. In the last one, there was a lot of delay. I don't know what was going on. Pedri just running offside there. But the responsiveness of 1.1 just wasn't there. I don't know what happened to it when the servers went live. But before the servers went live, it was fine. Servers went live, and it all just capitulated. Defending from Dani Alves there. I think he's actually left Barcelona now, or leaving. There's Frankie de Jong, another player who could be on his way out to Manchester United. I hope so anyway. I think he's a terrific little player. Him and Van der Beek lining up alongside each other. But so far, initial impressions, like the passing feels good again. In fact, I would say it's more of an improvement on version 1 as well. And players feel nice and responsive when you take touches of the ball. Oh, that's nice. Get in! Oh, should have done a stunning header, because that would have produced a downward header. The camera's a bit off here. I don't know what's going on there. Let me just check what camera setting I'm using. I was obviously playing around. His default stadium camera just seemed to be a little bit deep there when he was taking the goal kick. I don't know if it bugged out. Sometimes it does. Happened in PES 21 as well. The player selection in version 1 as well was really bad, so hopefully we're going to see some improvements there. So far, it feels and looks good. I'm using a mixture of the right analog stick and the player select buttons, as I always do when defending. Obviously, if your secondary cursor isn't above your player head, then you want to use the right analog stick to select the player of your choice. Just patiently building up here. Oh, that would be a nice ball down the line. There's Pedri winning the ball, driving it. The Arsenal defence. Oh, just took it too far. Too much sprinting there. Don't want to do that in this game. And we have options. Saka, good tackle. There's about 3 or 4 people getting wiped out there. My players as well as theirs. Check the referee accuracy as well. It's unlikely it's going to be improved. I think the main bugbear, to be honest, was the passing and player selection and the responsiveness of the passing. So as the ball is being received by your player, sometimes it wouldn't register the button inputs, which wasn't very good. Frankie de Jong. Looking wide, but Dembele can't get on the end of that. Got him here. Got man over. There we go. Ansu Fati with the tap in. I say I score a lot of my goals online as well as offline from effective pressing with the possession style base. If you've been watching my Road to Glory series, it must be like 70 or 80% from stealing the ball in these areas when they've got it. Just predicting, well, that's online and offline. Just predicting where they're going to get, where your opponent's going to go next. It's half the battle. See you later, Odegaard. Just drew him in. So I can play the 1-2. That's nice. Just trying to go through that gap there. Skills feel really responsive. That was never an issue with the last edition anyway, 1.1. But just got to make sure things are still the same in terms of skill responsiveness, but they feel just as responsive as before so far. Not having a problem in that department. Pulled off a few skills now already. A flip flap and a few double touches and drag backs and draw and closes, so feels good. But I think the main one for me is the player selection. Haven't had any issues so far with that. And the passing feels nice and crisp. First touch feels good. Player weight, I think they're more responsive, but probably because the last update was that bad. They're actually just doing what they're told to do now, rather than ignoring some of the input commands, which they were doing before. Let's see if I can draw this player in here. Yes, I can. Okay, I've got a man over. I don't know if I can find him now. I'm going to try and cut inside. Oh, no. No. Alright, so first half. Yeah, that's a big improvement over 1.1. Like I said, with 1.1, I literally gave up playing because it was so bad once the servers went live. It was so bad in terms of player responsiveness, input, and all the rest of it. It looks like they've listened to the feedback and gone back to basics. It's more or less 1.0, but with a few enhanced tweaks, I'd say. Just feels a little bit easier to control. More, it's starting to feel more and more PES-like as we go with these updates, I find. If we exclude the last update, of course. Just try to shield that ball then, but just out muscled. Got to get the shielding just right in this game. Know how much to press it, how long to press it for. That's a nice ball into Pedri. He's got Saka here alongside him. I tried to cut inside with the CR7 chop. It's one of my favourites. Let's go try and do it there as well. You have to get the defender real close to you if you're going to pull it off. If you get it right, it looks amazing. If you've seen the Alan say maximum goal, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's nice. Just try to super cancel his run and do a little flicked header to Fatty that. There's Saka. To Cedric. Say pace-wise, it feels a little bit quicker. It could be because it feels more responsive than the last update. But players are definitely reacting to the loose balls quicker there. That was Alba. Notice that then. The second the ball went loose, he was onto it in a flash. I've yet to notice a stop-start animation. It's probably there, but I'll try and keep an eye out for it. But the way Alba reacted really quickly to that loose ball, maybe you think, well, maybe they've cut that out. No, it's still there. His player literally just stopped as soon as he got tackled. And I get it from a gameplay point of view that has to happen, but not the whole team. Because obviously if you win the ball, the last thing you want is the player you just tackled to react so quickly that he tackles you back. Otherwise you get into this annoying I tackle you, you tackle me, I tackle you sort of scenario, which happened in PES 21, which was super frustrating. You make a really good tackle in the box and then you get tackled straight back by the same player you just tackled, and then all of a sudden they score and there's nothing you can do about it because your defenders would always react slower than the striker. And that's a beautiful work, bit of play from the AI. They do work the ball really nicely, much more intelligently than, and the patterns are harder to pick up. Well, that's what I find so far anyway. So, defender got across there so quickly. Alright, let's make some subs. Let's bring... How are we doing in here? Let's take off De Jong and bring on... Is it Gavi or Xavi? And... maybe Aubameyang. Just think a little bit different up front. Okay. About that left wing area. We've got Adama Traore on the right. No, I kind of like Dembele. Do like Dembele. Okay, we're good.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 30, el dorsal 25.
That's nice. Oh, what a save! What a save! Man, that was good.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Worked it so nicely. That little back heel. Oh, beautiful play. Sergio Busquets into the middle. Oh, missed header. Happens too frequently. Missing shots from close range. Having that first time shot skill is absolutely vital when it comes to those finishes, I find. I will do something along those lines around, you know, most important stats and skills to have for every position. Similar to what I did in PES 21. There's obviously some new abilities out now, and some offer more effectiveness than others, and certainly the player stats, you know, no longer is speed and acceleration all that important at all anymore. Really, it really isn't. I would say the offensive awareness is still probably more important, but it's of less importance than perhaps some other stats as well. But I'd rather have offensive awareness as a striker than speed or acceleration. If you got both or all, then you're on to a winner. Okay, let me concentrate here. Here's Dani Alves. Dembele. Things closing off at that top side of the pitch. Just try and bring a defender forward maybe, and there we go. It's starting to open up now. That's the ball. There's Pedri. Busquets. Gavi is a little bit more fresh than perhaps my other players. And Dembele collapses to a heap. And there we go. Full time. I have to say, it looks like the game is back, ladies and gents. It looks like we've got the game back. And obviously the servers are live, so there's no going back. You know, I'm going to do my full review as I normally do in a few days' time, but that was very, very good. First impressions, player selection's much better, the passing's better. I need to test the shielding more. The first touch control, that's much improved. Sprinting with the ball felt good. The overall passing, I would say, was much improved, especially when it came to the first touch layoffs. I thought that it's actually responding to the input that I'm putting into the controller pretty much instantaneously, whereas before, in the last update, after the servers went live, it was a bit delayed. Crossing, pretty much the same as. There's no real changes there, in my opinion. Player movement with the left stick, I think it felt way more responsive. I think it's probably more responsive than even version 1, perhaps. Skills felt absolutely fine as they have all the way through. There's no problems there. Defensively, you know, if we look at the matchup, is still probably the way to go when you're tackling. The overall team press, pretty much no changes there that I could really notice. Right stick player selection felt really tight as well, and the overall player selection felt really good, which was a massive issue from me in 1.1. So that looks to be rectified in this latest update. And you know, goalkeepers, I don't really have had a big sample there to test. You know, this is just a one-off game. I can just tell you right now. Collisions, they felt good. They felt good. Again, more playtime needed to really test the collisions and the referees and the ball physics seem much the same. No real changes there from my initial impression. Like I said, I'll probably bring out a full review later on, but right now, first impressions, this is definitely a massive improvement. It looks like I'm going to be playing this game a little bit more than I have been the last week or so. And I just want to give a quick shout out to my source tier members and above, Michael Aiken and Lan. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and everyone who subscribes, obviously, thank you as well. That's all from me, ladies and gents. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.